Howdy, all you practical patriots and practical preppers. Yachate, Rus aus Texas. Hey, folks, Johnny Practical News here. Just wanted to send you off with a little bit of chuckle or something to think about, while I'm listening to the katydid sing, whatever it is out there that's making all that noise. Just something to kind of send you off to think with. Now they're trying to upstage me. Okay. Also, found this on the property, folks. Now, remember, y'all, I live in Central Texas. I live about 30-40 miles away from the largest military base in the free world, Fort Hood, Texas. Okay, and the property out here, folks, used to be used by all these ranchers and whatnot, and farmers used to rent their property to the military to do training on. Remember what I told you about a mag being a disposable item? Look what I found. Y'all know what this is? Okay. Well, right now it's a paperweight. Okay. Disposable items, folks. Okay. Let's get on with this, folks. Let's go with this. This is the top 10 reasons I don't go to most public ranges. People, this is just meant to entertain you people. Maybe you'll hear a few of these that sound familiar. Get a little chuckle out of it. Get something to think about. But this is my top 10 reasons that I don't go to public ranges. In order, people, of how like when I first hit the door and whatnot. First of all, people's range fees. While I get that we all need to make a living, let me tell you what I've encountered. I don't mind shelling over the $10, people, and being timed. I mean, yes, people, literally being timed that I can spend on the range. I do have a little problem with walking in there with my ammunition and being told a couple of things. Number one is, oh, well, you have X amount of content of lead in your round. You can't shoot that here, or I'm going to have to charge you a lead or environmental fee. In Texas, okay. Okay, that was one thing. And another thing is that has metal projectiles in there, and you can't use that here. Other than the bullet people sell, the 7N6, M855. You have to buy our ammunition, which had a market price of about twice of what I would pay for it. So that, people, just, and maybe I should just say unnecessary, what I feel are unnecessary range fees. You may have a different thought on that, but that's the first reason I don't go. Second one, people, is overbearing range owners and range masters, okay? You may have heard me comment on one of my first videos, people, that I was shooting at something and said, that's me, that's not Bumsky. Well, that joke, people, those of you who got it, came from some ranges only allow you to fire one round per so many seconds. This one place I went, it was one round per 5 seconds. So count them out, people. Pow. Pow. Okay, not kidding. Okay, some places they don't let you do. If you shoot any faster than that, someone will probably come and talk to you about it. Okay. The guy came out and was like, what are you doing? You're shooting too fast. People, I don't shoot fast at all because I want to know what I'm, one round per target, people, that type thing. I want to make sure I'm hitting my minute of man, the silhouette, and that's what I'm concerned about. And this guy comes out and says, what are you doing? You're shooting way too fast. Do you have a Bumsky thing on that AK of yours? I'm like, no, I don't. That's where that joke stems from, people, okay? Well, I get safety rules. I get them, people, because trust me, I have a problem because somebody was being unsafe. We'll get into that later. I just feel like some of them are just overbearing, okay? All right. Number 3, gun snobs. Only their firearm is the only one to have. They spent what some people spend in a mortgage in a month or two on their firearms. It, like them, is perfect. They got the perfect hair, the perfect unbuttoned shirt with the perfect hair on their chest. But whatever, okay? All right? They look at people like me who has a budget firearm, and, oh, that's not going to work. That's never going to be able to hit anything, okay? And the one that I got hit with not long ago was, you're a disgrace. I really love that. Really? College-educated, professional, veteran, disgrace. Alright, out you go. Get away from me, okay? Gun snobs. Okay, the next one, people, has different kinds of names, and you tell me what you address them as. I've heard them called everything from range rangers to range trolls to range busybodies. I have never seen these people bring ammunition out, but they carry their firearm. I have never seen them do any shooting at all. Maybe they got finished before me, but they are the first ones to come over to me and point out every mistake I'm making, or ones they think I'm making. Now, when I say that, folks, I'm going to sit there and say this. Most of these people, they vary in age, but most of them are extremely young. And let me just give you an example of one thing that happened, people. All right? Show you my 8mm Mauser here. People, I've been shooting a Mauser since I was 8 years old. All right? And when I was taught to shoot, you have to understand that where I'm from, I would say we shoot provincially, okay? We shoot provincially. Bolt is open, people, but I'm going to close it just to show you safety first, safety always, folks. No ammunition in there. This is how I was told or taught how to hold a firearm, yeah? I would see my elbow, okay? You can almost hear the drums in the background and somebody on, make ready, you know, and the elbow goes out, okay? It took me a long time, people. I mean, even in the military, and I remind these range rangers, range trolls, that I shot expert with an M16A1 in the Army with iron sights, okay? My drill sergeant didn't care if I was holding it upside down. He didn't care. I hit the target. I qualified expert. Way to go, okay? All right? But this is what I'm told, that we're taught this provincially, okay? That we kept our elbows out like that, you know, the old soldier, way back, percussion, flintlock, you know, type thing, was because it was a distance marker, okay? A distance marker between you and the soldier next to you, because back then, they lined them up, people. They lined up and they volleyed rounds at each other, okay? 50, 75 meters, okay? Again, people, this is what I'm told. That was you needed that much space, you know, maybe for leverage, people. I don't, you know, I'm just telling you what I'm told. That was the distance, people. That elbow was, he couldn't get any closer than that, okay? You're the soldier next to you. Okay, but that's just how I was taught, and it's wrong. Apparently it's wrong, blah, 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 okay? You know, everything that you're doing is wrong, and then I go shoot, and then they shut up, okay? But range rolls, rangers, trolls, range, busybodies, whoops, whatever you want to call them, folks. That's another reason I don't go, okay? The next reason, people, number 5, unsafe people. Now, let me explain something to you personal. We all know them, don't we? And people, are any of us innocent or whatever you want to say? We're all guilty, I think. While I will sit there and say this, folks, that I am notorious for shouldering a rifle, you know, because that's what I was taught back in the day. You shoulder it, it goes up, you know. If I load rounds in the magazine into the rifle, it's kept pointed down range, okay? But we're all guilty of this, but people, let me tell you something happened to me. I have lost a good bit of hearing out of this ear because somebody decided to take their overly expensive pistol and do one of these things, like they were like, I don't know, some dime store cowboy or whatever. And I dropped the mag, people, on the ground. I reached down, bent over to pick it up, and kapow, the thing went off. Now, this was in an area where they were not supposed to have a mag in the firearm, and there should have been no ammunition, basically, in the firearm. None of that. All right, people, I have lost a good portion of my hearing because of that. Okay, unsafe people. All right. Number 6, tactifools. Okay. Okay, these are people, I'm not kidding. And some of you are nodding your head, and some of you may be rolling your eyes at me right now. But these are, and people, how you train is your business. I believe you should train how you fight, but these are people that come out and they've got the fast helmet on, they got the armor on, they got everything on, and they sit at a bench. While I get they want to know what it feels like to sit at a bench, people, and shoot and everything, and zero that rifle, because they need to know where the pad and the rifle is going to lie. I get that. But man, these guys have like zero personality. I really feel like they are grossly overstated. It's okay to be serious, people, because in both of my lines of work that I've had in all my life, people, life and death, people, is a very serious thing. But man, these people are past the moon, okay? Zero personality. They have no sense of humor. I have just learned just to never talk to them, because people have kind of like, oh, what have you got there? Kind of been like a little bit of the range troll, you know, but I've learned not to do that anymore, people. I just because I can't stand the people that do it to me. While I love going to the range, people, for the camaraderie of it, I just learned to stay away from these people, okay? So, and the next one, people, number 7, keyboard commandos, okay? These people actually show up with charts and graphs, and they want to state to me science, facts, common sense, and all this kind of stuff, people. Well, let's go over that, okay? Those of us that shoot a lot, can you truly, truly, beyond a shadow of a doubt, predict the path of a bullet? Okay? That varies, people, amongst powder, load, primer, the whole 9 yards, possibly the shape of bullet. Truth, in fact, you ever heard of a squib load? Okay? Doesn't exactly follow the path that if it was properly loaded with powder and stuff like that, goes the way it should go, does it? I've even had one incident, y'all, where the person sitting next to me literally told me to stop shooting. He said, "You need to stop shooting because I'm going to record this." Last I checked, amigo, I shelled out the same amount of money as he did, you know, to sit there and get timed, you know, because this was a place that you only had so much time to fire so many rounds. I'm not kidding. Can't shoot so fast, can't shoot so slow. But I was timed just like he was, and I only had so much time to do it because there were some people behind me trying to get to their turn. So, you see my point on that one? Keyboard commandos, okay? They will state science and facts and everything. Oh, that's a washer. You're not gonna trajectory of your 7.62 by 39. You know, be gone, okay? Number 8. While people, this is a personal thing, okay? And I have noticed, people, that even while I'm going to list this, I have noticed that some ranges have changed. They're not all sit-down places, folks, okay? Some of these ranges have gotten really, what I call tactical, kind of in a way, okay? I don't feel like they're set up for homestead defense training, okay? Which is what I really preach about, people. What one person preps for, what I prep for, is maybe totally 2 different things. I teach homestead. Hi, baby. You know, they're not set up for that. They're just strictly for bench shooting, and I like to go to a place where I can actually shoot around corners, shoot through a whole, walk through a certain place. You get my point? Actual tactical shooting ranges. I would love to see one set up for homestead defense. I think that'd be cool. All right, number 9, and this is a big pet peeve of mine: dishonest people. Here's your little thing here. A friend of mine is a southpaw, and where we went one time, I thought it was really cool because they had the benches, the shooting benches, set up almost like kind of like your kindergarten or first grade, like school benches, how that's the cutout, you slide in. You've got all this really cool space, you know, sandbags to set up with. Now, he's a southpaw, so he's shooting like this. So what does he do with his mags? He sets them off kind of like behind him, not in front of him, because he's got other stuff. He wants to put his ammo and his bag because he wanted to keep a good eye on it, okay? And he was reaching in his bag and getting stuff. Once he put his hearing protection on, blah, 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 started shooting his thing, people, we turn around and guess what's missing? Somebody walked by and picked up 2 of his mags and just walked off with them. Can't help this one, folks, but one of my friends had his car broken into while we were at a public range. And I realized, people, that can happen anywhere. There was no like security lights, or not security cameras. Were not set up. All right, so, all right, dishonest people. Boom. Okay. Number 10. I got my own range. Why do I need to go somebody else's? All right. Okay. Number 10. That is what it is, people. You may have seen over my course of my videos, I set mine up in different ways because I'm trying different things. My friends want to come out and they want to see what things are like, so we kind of set my range up to basically see what that would look like, see how that would train. Like, you know, we just do all kinds of crazy things out here. Of course, we're being safe about it, people, most of us, because I had to shoo a few people off, but I have my own range, and that, people, I can't put a price tag on. Anyway, folks, questions or comments? Tell me what your experiences are. Do you still go to public range? I do. I've got some friends that got some really cool ones, and we like to go out and train together. But for the most people, for the most part, this is the reasons that I don't go to most public ranges. Questions, comments, people, leave them below. Until I see y'all again, hope you had a little chuckle out of this and a little thought. Johnny the Practical Nurse. Until I see you all again out here. Have a blessed one.